Hey there. So, good morning. This is Tamara with Tabo. I'm recording this video at like 6 in the morning, so my voice is still a little groggy, but I have my tea because I'm about to get some early morning writing done. But this is really just a testimonial. I just wanted to share like how happy I am and how good God is. This is just truly a testament to when God tells you to do something, you got to do it. There's just no way around it. So, update Table's website is up and going. Praises to the Most High, to God be the glory. This was the weirdest summer ever. I was off the grid a lot more than I wanted to be, but I was so busy with clients. It was just weird. I was busy with clients, but getting to where wasn't getting Table to where I wanted it to be. A lot of it was just me leaning on my own understanding. Um, Instead of actually following the scripture that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And that's what I've been doing with Table for just such a long time. Is just trying to, everything was about chasing paper, chasing money. If I can just get the money, Lord, I'll be able to do all the things I need to do with Table that you want me to do. And finally, God just this summer just kind of put me in a place of just rest and still. He stilled everything and was just like, Tamara, I need you to just stop and listen to me. Stop trying to chase after your authors. Stop trying to run around after them. Stop trying to, run around hiring people to do things when you know you don't have, the money to do it. Just stop and listen to me. And my website has been like a thorn in my side for basically all of 2016. And I remember just at the beginning of the summer, just kind of throwing up my hands and just being like, God, what do you want me to do? Like, what can I do to solve this issue? And the Lord, I mean, it's so amazing. This is why I serve God with all my heart, and this is why I love the Lord. I don't care what religions say. I don't care what these camps say. I don't care what people say about, oh, you're not following God the way you need to, or you're not doing this, that, and the third. I'm like, I don't lean on man's understanding. I only lean on God's understanding. Because when you have a relationship with God, it's the most beautiful thing. He will talk to you, and that will be the one person in your life that never lies to you. And that's what I've always, loved about God. That's what I've always depended on. Is that can be that I know God is the one person that loves me for me and just wants to see me do better and be better and is never going to lie to me or manipulate me or deceive me. And he never has. And it's the same with you. Man is gonna lie to you, your family will lie to you, your friends will lie to you, your boss will lie to you, your job will lie to you, your government will lie to you, everybody will lie to you, the devil will lie to you, demons will lie to you, fallen angels will lie to you. Every, there's so much in this world where deception can come from, but the one place it'll never come from is God. And so when I asked God, I was like, Lord, what do I need to do? Like, what is the solution to this website issue? And God was like, you have to do it. And that just caused me such grief. I was like, Lord, I have so much on my plate. And even though I have a degree in computer information systems, it was just like I didn't want to spend the time into putting into doing a website, as well as I didn't feel confident enough to design a website, honestly. But God never changed. He never changed his advice. He never changed what I needed to do. It was, you're going to build it. You need to do it. And even then, I was still trying to be hard headed and stiff necked throughout this whole summer, y'all. When y'all were like, where's Tavo? Why aren't they posting any updates? I was getting y'all's emails, trust and believe. But I was being hard headed. I was at this point where I would really believe that like if I just resisted God enough, eventually he would take pity on me and just send me somebody to do it. But God was like, mm-mm, I'm unchanging, Tamara. I'm not kidding. You're gonna do this. And finally, like, and even at the very last moment, like I want to say like 2 weeks ago, I tried to go on Fiverr and hire somebody to do it. And I just kept getting the same feedback every time. And this Fiverr person that I tried to hire, that was like the final nail in the coffin where I was like, okay, let me listen to God. But like every person I had tried to hire or call for help to like come and design the website, I always got the same thing where they're like, oh, well, because your website's already up, I can't really design it. I can't really work with it. I can only do it if it's brand new and it's something like I guess like a blank page for them to start with. And I was like, I don't have that. I'm sorry. I already have a web host, or I already have a WordPress site. I already have the stuff up. I just need someone to come in and make it look pretty. And no one could do that. And I just kept praying to God, like, why is this happening, Lord? And God was like, because I said you have to do it. And finally, after being so stiff necked and disobedient, and just kind of, I wouldn't even say disobedient, just resistant, just kind of like, why, God? Why do I have to do it? God was like, because it's going to build up your confidence. And that's what I love about the Lord. He never spoke with me in frustration. He never spoke with me in impatience. He never spoke to me in, a negative tone. It was always just matter of fact, straight across the board. You have to do it. It's going to increase your confidence. You have to do it. You're not finding anyone to do the website because you have to do it. Like that was just, it was like a repeated mantra. And finally, I relented and I buckled down for one weekend and just got it done. And I'm really happy with the website and how it looks. And finally, I'm just at a place where God just took me back to square one and was like, you know what, Tamara, you're not happy doing what you're currently doing with Tavo. You need to figure out why. Let's figure this out together. I know why you're not happy, but I'm going to lead you to figure out why you're not happy. And that's the beauty of the Lord. He's not going to just always tell you everything. He works with you and allows you to work through things within yourself. And he took me back to the beginning of, why did you even start Table? What was your goal? What are you trying to do for other people? Because somewhere along the line, Table became about me, and it was very like internalized. It became something about, okay, well, what can I do to make more money with this? As opposed to what can I do to help more people with this? And that was when I started going left instead of right. And God was just like, Tamara, why did you start Table? Beyond the fact that you wanted to publish your books, beyond the fact that, you wanted to see authors have a chance, why did you actually start Table? And the reality is, I wanted to empower authors that are trying to self-publish. I want to empower independent authors. I want people to own. I'm here to encourage ownership. I'm not here to encourage people to hand over their ownership to someone else. And this is actually the first summer that Table didn't sign a new author. And I'm actually very happy about that, because I had to ask myself, is that the company I was trying to build? Maybe down the line, yeah. But right now, we're a customer facing company. I have clients come in that, pay me to create ebooks for them, that pay me for consultation, that pay me to do ghostwriting. And I like that. But on top of that, I want to be able to train other people on how to do that. I want to show people the things that I know so that way they can go out and do their own thing too. Not only that, but I can even contract with them through my clients. If I can, train a team of people on how to create ebooks, cool. Because then with that knowledge, now you can go off and do your own thing. Start your website, advertise your services. But that's what God was putting in me to say, each one teach one. Plant seeds, Tamara, plant good seeds so that people can get out there and actually be empowered. The knowledge that you have on how to run a publishing company, how to independently produce a book, how to get this out there, this is what other authors want. And I get it. There are some authors out there who just want someone to do it all for them. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, can Tavo help you? Yeah, we're not the company that's going to be able to do it all for you and do your print book, because I'm a digital publisher. We're a digital publishing company. We're about the future. We are about ebooks, and we are forward facing. We're about the future. And, the way reading and the production of books has evolved. That's what we're on the forefront of. But I am still trying to get our network together and our connections together. I've been trying to look for, black printing presses or black owned printing presses, even Hispanic owned ones. I'm looking for ways that we can keep this $1.1 trillion in buying power, keep some of it in our community. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not ashamed to say that I want to see us as black people take control of our literary world. I want to see us take control of the information that's disseminated out. And the way we're going to do that is by working together, by networking together, by connecting. The only way we're going to be able to do that is by growing together. And what I'm seeing this trend of right now is everyone's trying to grow on their own. And I don't think we're going to survive very long like that. This is a situation where we have to be willing to big up each other. We have to be willing to throw props at each other. We can't be ready. We can't be in this state where we just want accolades from our white counterparts again. This isn't where we're at. We have to validate each other. Um, and it's kind of weird, but it's true. We have to say we're good enough again. We have to be the companies that are promoting each other. Um, a lot of the things I want to do with Tavo involve digital. I want to have a digital magazine, but I want all of you to have it too. I want more, I want to see more producers in our literary world. That's one of the main things that I've realized with God and what God has been showing me is that we have to be willing to produce. Instead of being the borrowers, we have to be the lenders again. We have to be in charge. We have to be in control of our information instead of still being a slave to the system and trying to hand it over to someone else. There are black publishing companies out there, lots of them. I did the research. And one thing that I want to do is I want to put together a directory of all of them, whether I've reached out to you or not, whether you've contacted me or not. I'm going to put out a master directory of every black publishing company I can find that's still in business. And I'm I'm going to release it to you guys and let you know here they are, who they are, and here's where they are. Here's how to contact them because we're out there. But the one thing I had to realize with Tavo is we are on the forefront of the future. And in doing so, I can't do what everyone else is doing. I have to set myself apart. And Tavo has to set itself apart as a company. So I'm not afraid to say, yeah, we're a digital publishing company. We do ebooks. And one of the issues with a lot of black authors is they don't see the value and the benefit of ebooks yet. Everyone else does, but my people, we're still kind of behind a little bit. And that's what I don't like. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want us to be 20 years in the future and ebooks have blown up and are all over the place. People are making money off of it, and now y'all are 20 years behind. Y'all are 20 years behind, just now catching up, trying to figure out how do I produce ebooks, how do I convert ebooks, how do I distribute them. I don't want us in that place. So if there's God has shown me there's information I have that I need to be willing to share. And I went through like a really rough time where, because I'm a giver, I love to help people and I love to give stuff, especially for free. But I got to this really weird space where I felt like people were getting over on me. Like I was starting to give away a lot of stuff for free, and people were looking at it like my time wasn't valuable. And time is money. Like this is real talk. I have a child. I run my household. I run my business. I even have, side gigs so that I can keep money coming in for my business because they're not giving us loans for working capital. That's for sure. They are not. But it's one of those things where I was doing so much and still trying to stay on top of my authors. And, you know, it was just a weird place where one of my authors wasn't happy and felt like I wasn't doing enough. And I was just like, I threw my hands up and I went to the Lord. I'm like, what's with all this energy of ungratefulness? Like, what's all that about? Do they not realize the time, the energy, everything I'm pouring into this? Like, I'm doing stuff for free that I'm not even getting paid for, and people are complaining. And it just really rubbed me the wrong way with one of my authors. And it just kind of was like, man, is this even where I want to be? Is this what I want to do? And you know what? I was like, let me take this to God. Let me give this one to God. And he just kind of showed me the truth. Like, you know what, Tamara? The reason you got down this road is because you were afraid to tell people no. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help people. But you have to know who you can help. And I couldn't really like wrap my mind around it until um, this guy named Quincy was like, Tamara, he's like, let me give you this analogy. He's like, let's say you're a dentist. He's like, but I come into your office with a broken arm. He's like, even though you're technically a doctor and you help people, can you help me with my broken arm? And I'm like, no, if I'm a dentist, no. He's like, exactly. He's like, as a publisher, he's like, you have to realize who you are, who your market is, and who you're trying to help. And that's what you have to not be afraid of. And in that case, when you tell someone no, you have to stick to your guns and you have to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't help you, but let me refer you to someone who can help you. And I think that's what got me in this like weird like whirlwind where I was just like, okay, I'm gonna help everyone. And God was just like, nah, that's not the case. Let's get you back to square one real quick. And eventually Tavo will grow to a place where you'll have a network and you'll have people under you where y'all really can help what feels like everyone. But as of right now, you're still sowing seeds, Tamara, and that's okay. The harvest isn't here yet. And that's what I'm thankful. I am so thankful to God. I'm really excited for what I can do with Table now. Um, and yeah, this was the first summer where I didn't try to sign an author. Usually we would do like a contest over the summer and bring and have like a writing contest and bring on a new author that way. But this time I didn't do it because I didn't have the time, I didn't have the staff, I didn't even have the will, I didn't have the motivation, I didn't have the heart. I was just disenchanted, um, and just not happy. And God was like, you know what, Tamara, this isn't what I set you up to do. And so I'm happy now. God is my major shareholder. That's the one thing I will say. Like, because when you're running a business, sometimes it can be lonely. As an entrepreneur, you know this. You might feel sometimes that it's lonely. People don't understand you. You're doing all this work. You feel unappreciated. You might feel like, why is nobody helping me? I just don't get it. God is helping you. God is your major shareholder. He is like the main one investing in your business. He's the major person, major entity invested in your business, and that's why you need to default decisions to him first. And that was what I did, and that's why Table is just in a better place now, mentally and spiritually, and it's going to come about physically. It's going to manifest in the physical, and to God be the glory for that. So for everyone that's out there who's trying to write a book and they're struggling and they feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do next. I feel stuck. Go to God with it. Um, what is that two on my wall? Oh, that's Tupac. I was looking at that like, what is that two right there? Yeah, that's Tupac, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, the website is up. It looks a lot better. It's more interactive. I've got everything set up where you can, sign up for services. You can sign up to be on our VIP membership list and get all kinds of free things and cool things and classes. But the main, like I said, thorn in my side was this website. I was like, man, and you can't do much without a website. You really can't. Like, the majority of my client base was coming in through my website. um, the majority of my contacts were coming in through my website. So when I took it down to try and redesign it, thinking, oh, I'm just going to find somebody like that and get it redesigned, and I just started running into all these problems, that took my site down for like a good 7 months. Like, that's a lot of revenue to lose. And I was struggling. I still am struggling. But to God be the glory, because I know this is just temporary. The goals that we have collectively as Black writers, authors, researchers, publishers, it's going to happen. It's going to come to fruition. But the thing is, we just have to organize. We have to actually start building the infrastructure of a publishing nation. We actually have to get our ducks in a row. We have to know who each other. We have to know who each other are. We have to work with each other. We have to, like, as Tavo, I'm not afraid to say, like, here are the top 5 books you should be reading this fall. Like, I'm not afraid to put out a blog to say these are the top 10, you know, books from African Americans that just came out, even if they're not from Tabo. We have to not be afraid to do that. We have to get to a place where we're going to big up each other, where we are really going to help each other and promote each other. And we have to not be afraid to reach out to each other and to respond to each other when someone reaches out. Like, if you get an email from a publishing company that just says, hey, look, I'm just interested in knowing what authors are you coming out with, what releases are you coming out with, because we're releasing an e-newsletter, with some of the premier Black publishing companies. We just want to try and share all of our work. So if you've got, 5 titles that you want to add to this list, let us know. We'll, put it out there free of charge. You know, you don't owe us anything. We just want to be able to promote you. That's where we have to get to, because I was at a weird place where I was afraid to share because I had gotten hurt so badly by people. Like, up until this summer, I got hurt so badly by people that I was afraid to share, and I just shut down and shut my heart away from people. And God was like, that's not what I built you to be, Tamara. That's not the person that I built you to be. Um, I know you feel foolish for, putting yourself out there and feeling like you got taken advantage of, but at the end of the day, this is not who I built. You are someone who loves, you are someone who loves to share, you are someone who puts yourself out there and does so fearlessly. Um, and I would just always ask God, I'm like, well, Lord, if the rest of the world is so selfish and everyone's just like, I'm going for mine, why shouldn't I? And God was just like, because I didn't make you that way. If that's what the rest of the world is, then that means you're obligated to set yourself apart and be different. You're obligated to be someone who shares and gives of themselves because you're giving of me. And I was like, you know what? That's real talk. So I'm not going to be like everyone else. Tabo's not going to be like every other company. That's just the way we are. We're not. We are a digital publishing company. We do produce. We're not just a company that contracts out with other people to do our ebooks. No, we actually produce them in-house because we are trying to teach other publishing companies, especially Black and Hispanic ones and minority companies. We're trying to teach you how to be independent. We're trying to teach you how to be producers again. And the next step after that is distribution. There's nothing wrong with us saying, yeah, I want what Amazon does. Why can't we do that? There's nothing wrong with saying that. So that was the message that God gave me for this summer. So as we go into the end of August, I am happy. I feel blessed. I am praising. I'm like, yes, Tavo is stronger, wiser, better than ever. We're back. And ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Mm-mm. So that's just how I'm feeling. And I just wanted to give this testimony really quickly because this is all about God. To God be the glory. Because I was really in a dark place, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I was in a really dark place. And when you're there, the only one that can pull you out is God and His light. The light of God is the only thing that's going to touch you and pull you out and say, you're not going to stay down here. And that's why I love God. That's why I serve God. That's why with everything I do, it's about God ordering my steps. So that being said, I just want to say welcome back to Tavo. If you have a publishing company, feel free to connect with us. Leave it in the comments. Leave your information. Feel free to email us. Sign up. Let us know who you are. Because if you've got books coming out, guess what? We want to promote you. We want to tell people about you. Um, One of the cool things that we are trying to start is we want to do like an online magazine. Like, I'm going to show you this. This is cool. So I was on my Kindle, and this was let me this was just a sample magazine they sent me, The Traveler. I'm like, okay, whatever, let me go ahead and look at this. And when I pulled it up on my Kindle, I was literally blown away by the production value, the design value. I mean, it literally looks like a magazine but on your electronic device. Like, this is like their first page. This is their second page. And I'm saying to myself, now, why can't we do this? There's no reason why we can't do this. There's absolutely no reason why we can't do this kind of stuff and have advertisers and be making money. Look at this. You see this? Now, this right here, you know how many black models are out there that would love to work and would love to. This is going to be another video. I can tell you right now. This is going to be a separate video. I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not going to go into it. This right here that I'm trying to show you is the seeds, the links of how we as black people can actually start to control our media, start to control our commerce, our finance, that 1.1 trillion in consumer power that we have. This is the beginning of what I'm trying to show you. So I'm not going to go into it yet. That's going to be another video because then I'm going to really get in the spirit and I'm not going to I can't right now. Right now, I'm going to just end this video and just say thank you for your patience with Tavo. Thank you for those who were sending emails. Were like, Tamara, just keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for all of the tips. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being on LinkedIn and writing your articles. I mean, at the end of the day, I was trying to do what I could with the little time and the little, you know, I was in a real dark place, you guys, like for real. Like, I really thought like I was going to shut down Tabo. Like, it kind of got to a point where I was telling my mom, I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Like, I'm not happy where I'm at right now. And my mom was just like, Tamara, you have to remember why God put you in this place. Sorry, my voice got real groggy and hoarse. I'm gonna sip. I'm just gonna like have a little bit of tea, okay? And I'm gonna be real goofy with it. It was delicious. Um, so, but my mom, praise to God for even sending her to me. She's been so strong for me after, my dad, her husband, died. She's grieving but is still there as being the strength, the rock. And this is how I know the power of God. Like, you can't deny the power of God, where even in our lowest, weakest, darkest moments, God is still there pushing us, giving us strength. So I'm going to go ahead and just end this out and let you know, thank you so much for still supporting Tavo. For I mean, I was still getting follows on Twitter. I'm still getting follows on Facebook. I'm still getting follows on what's that other one? Because I don't do social media. Um, on LinkedIn. Like, I suck at social media. I'll be the first one to tell you. Like, when it comes to me, I'm a writer slash publisher for real, for real. Like, to the point where I become a hermit. I am not good with social media. The day that I can hire someone just to take care of all of this for me will be a very happy day. Um, but I don't do it. And people were still reaching out and supporting. And I'm like, praise to God for that, you know? So it's time for now. God is saying, you know what, Tamara, it's time for you to step your game up. What are you going to bring to the table? So what I'm doing this week, um, I'm just regathering and repurposing all of our material, putting things together like for tutorials. I'm putting packets together because one, I want to start showing people like, okay, if you're trying to write a book, this is what you need to do. Okay, now if you're trying to publish your book, this is what you need to do. If you're trying to market and promote your book, here are some things that you need to do here. So it's kind of like a like 3 steps, 3 classes, 3 different things based on what phase you might be in. So if you're already in that phase where you're like, I've already done my book, but I just need help with promoting and marketing it, okay, then this class and this material might be for you. Whereas if you're still in the beginning stages where you're like, I haven't even written my book yet, I don't even know how to write a book, then phase one might be for you. But the main thing is I just want to try and make sure it's organized. I want to make sure that I'm actually answering people's questions. And that's what a lot of these actually past 2 years have been about: market research, trying to figure out what do people know and what do they not know. I can't just assume what you know and don't know. I got to actually ask you. So I ask you now, what do you want to know about publishing? What do you want to know about how to publish your book? What do you want to know about how to market your book? What do you want to know with regards to anything involving writing and publishing? Because writing expands so far outside of just doing your book. It's way past that now. Writing reaches even into the corporate world where Corporations have a writer on hand just for the things they need to do, their white papers, their business material, their marketing material, their pamphlets, their in-house materials, their internal documents. I mean, they hire writers for that. Black people, black writers, where are you? Where do you fit into that? There's so much potential for us. There are so many places for us to fit in. We just have to build it. And like it says in Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. So that being said, you guys have a great day. Keep writing, keep creating, keep loving, keep doing what you're doing because Lord knows we need it. Um, Thanks again for reaching out, for supporting Tavo. But I don't want people just to follow Tavo. I want people to connect with Tavo. I want you to showcase yourself. I want you to stick your chest out and say, this is who I am and this is what I've written and I'm proud of it. I want you to stick your chest out and say, I am a publisher and this is what we do and these are the works we put out and we're proud of it. I want you to stick your chest out and say, I do an online magazine, and this is what we produce and how many issues we produce, and we're great at it. Tavo, let people know who we are and where they can find us. I'll be more than happy to do it. If you're an editor, if you're a writer, if you're anything, let Tavo know because I'm guaranteeing you, we're about to create some master lists out here. And in the beginning, it is going to be free, but after a while, it's not. So, everyone who wants on this master list, I'm dead serious. Hit us up because people are getting, we're adding people to the directory right now, free of charge, just letting people know who you are. This is free promotion and marketing for you. We're sending clients your way because I've accepted Table can't do everything, and we're not going to try to do everything. It's a blessing to me to be able to pass a client to you. It's a blessing to me if I have a client that says, Tamara, I need somebody to do my print book. And I say, you know what, we do ebooks, but I know this publisher who actually contracts with this printing press. They actually, have it all set up. Boom. And it's not just enough for me to have to know that there's like two black owned printing presses out there. I'm not afraid to say, why aren't there more? I want to see people grow and learn trades and start just expanding out. But that's another video. So that being said, you guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for, letting me get my testimonial out. God is good. To God be the glory. And I'm happy. We're back and we're here for you. We're here to serve you because to serve the people is to serve God. And that's what I'm here for. So that being said, be looking for the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.